What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Couch podcast. We are joined in with the Dynasty Day Trader, aka Sushane. So we're gonna have to definitely talk about some Dynasty here. We just got done watching the Jets Jaguars game, and oh boy, I mean, what do we got to say? Zach Wilson is the worst quarterback on the Jets. There are 3 QBs on the Jets that are better than him. And I mean, is his career over?
I would say so. It was on red alert coming into this game, coming into last game. And what happened? He just got benched for Chris Streveler, and Streveler provided a spark that Zach Wilson could not bring. What? What is happening right now? I don't know, man. All I know is I heard the crowd was booing tonight with Zach Wilson continuously, stalling on drives, third and long, can't convert. I think at one point they're like 1 for 8 or something. The commentator said. Um, And as soon as Streveler gets put in, I see an Elijah Moore sighting. Like, what? Is Zach Wilson really that bad? I think we have our answer, man. Mike White, Streveler, and I don't even know who the other guy was, but
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco. My
Joe
goodness,
Flacco's definitely better.
that's a problem, man. It's a problem.
Yeah, Chris Streveler looked a lot better. I guess he's from the Canadian Football League. That's where he got his celebrity status. That's where he was known from. Man, it was just awful. I think his career is over. I mean, if you just look at it without looking at the name, he looks kind of like a kid who doesn't know, who's playing Madden and doesn't know the controls. So he just keeps asking you, "How do I pass?" Huh? And then once he figures that out, and he says, "How do I run? How do I pass? This control's not working." It's just it looks sad. It was horrible. And yeah, man, I think he's done. I mean, like I know his career is still early, but it's like he's shown us nothing. And if you take the name out, you're just looking at an absolute horrible quarterback who doesn't deserve to start in the NFL. So I think his career is over. Who's
He was
else?
a number 2 overall pick, so I mean that alone does give him a longer leash than, let's say, a guy like Malik Willis or Matt Corral, who are taken way later. But I mean, at some point, if you know it's not working, and I think Robert Saleh at this point, the Jets head coach, he kind of knows it's not working. Might be time to move on at least, or do something. I don't know, but does not look good for Zach Wilson.
I got hit up with the I got hit up with the Wikipedia donate alert. Let me see if I refresh. Does that go away? It's still shaming me into donating. I do not donate to Wikipedia. I say it proudly.
There you go.
It's not going to shame me. You're not going to shame me, dude.
Nope.
Not going to donation shame me. I've never donated to Wikipedia. I enjoy the website. I think it's a very good resource. I love it, and I don't. Yeah, I'm not going to donate. Speaking of Zach Wilson, is why I looked this up. Josh Rosen. I had to look up if he's employed or not. I think he's a quarterback for the Vikings still.
He's on the Vikings? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, wow. I will,
Okay.
Thanks to Wikipedia, which sorry, I'm not going to donate $2 or $25, but Josh Rosen, 10th overall pick, huge bust.
Huge bust, absolutely. Short leash too, surprisingly short leash. That's what everyone was said.
I mean, yeah. Well, in Arizona, he had a short leash. It's not like he did better after that. I mean,
right.
It was a good decision.
Yeah,
he sucked. Yeah,
in hindsight, it did prove to be the right move. Yeah,
got into a lot of Twitter fights over Josh Rosen. I was on the right side of history, though. Just want to make that clear. When I was right.
Good.
But he's the 10th overall pick. I'm pretty sure he's still employed by the Vikings. So, I mean, that means that Zach Wilson's probably, Trace McSorley starting this week. I guess just because he was drafted second overall means that he's gonna stick around, huh? It's just how it is.
I guess so, right? I mean, Josh Rosen's still clearly somehow around, even though not relevant. But it's tough. I mean, if you're a Jets fan or if you like the Jets or like what the Jets are doing, it's tough to see once again that they had the pick to get quarterback. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence was off the table, but there's other guys that could have been taken. And once again, they end up with a guy that we're thinking we're saying in the same sentence as Trace McSorley. So not a good look. Tough, tough break for the Jets, but Jets be the Jets, right? Nothing new. It's just Sam Darnold all over again.
Yeah, basically. Sam Darnold's better than Zach Wilson right now.
That is true, though. That is true,
I
though.
mean, though Zach Wilson's much younger. It's pretty unfortunate because the Jets have a lot of good players, but they just keep missing.
On the
Man,
one that they need to hit. Yeah.
that's a tough one. Whose else career is over? Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Is his career over?
Yep, just about done.
Nick Foles is going to start. And Matt Ryan, how old are you? 37, 38?
He's up there. What does the player profile have?
37.6.
Yeah, just about done, I would say. He's not good enough to go in his 40s. Like nowadays, you kind of see those quarterbacks hovering to the age 40, but I don't think he's one of those elite, supreme talents to where we're going to see another 3-4 years out of him. I think it's just about over. Maximum 1 year. Maybe he takes a backup role somewhere, like a mentor type of bridge quarterback job, but that's really about all I could see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's motivated to do that. That's going to be up to him. But yeah, his career is basically over. Ricky says his arm is dust. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So,
had a lot of Michael Pittman shares going into the season. That has, I mean, he's still a pretty good player, but has not, produced the results that I was hoping for. And
I'm telling people to start him this week. So hopefully that works out.
Yeah, hopefully.
He's a little bit of an unknown. It's a very messy week. It's very messy. So there's just really not a lot of great options, a lot of question marks all over the place, right? Tannehill is out.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Ryan's being benched. Certain teams are in certain situations. Like look at the Saints, everybody's out for them, and it's going to be terrible weather there. So it's messy. Just got to weather the storm this week and
literally
make it out with the win. Yeah,
yeah.
It's a messy weather week as well.
All over.
As far as let's talk in terms of dynasty. So Zach Wilson in dynasty, what do you do with him? Do you just hold?
Probably. I mean, what are you really going to sell him for? If you can get a second round pick, I don't know who's going to give you a second round pick.
No one's going to give you a second round pick.
That's probably like one of those things where if I see that in my inbox, I'd probably just smash the button instantly. But yeah, I mean, I think this is one of those things where you just have to kind of, I guess, just wait it out, honestly. Just hope that something happens, even though it's, the hope is really getting smaller and smaller by the day, by the snap each time he plays. But, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, you're going to lose value. Are you going to really just give him up for free pretty much? I mean, you want like a 4th round pick that's like a dart throw, I guess, but it's tough. Yeah, he is a quarterback. So, I mean, he's not worth nothing. He's still a young quarterback. So in super flex formats, he's worth something. He's worth a lick at least, but
I'd sell him for a 3rd round pick. Probably.
I don't know if I'd give you a 3rd round pick. That's my issue,
that's why I'd sell for. That's what I'm saying.
It's tough.
I'd sell because it's roster space. Roster space is very important, especially in dynasty leagues.
Yeah.
And somebody in the chat, what were they saying? Who else started Zach Wilson in Superflex? So what kind of fantasy points did Zachy boy put up today? 2.78. We're talking about a guy you can't even start is your QB2. I mean, like Dante Foreman is better than him.
Yeah.
He's
I think the real
basically
answer
unstartable.
is, you asked, what do you do if you have Zach Wilson? I think the real answer is you hold Zach, obviously, but because you can't really train him for anything. But you got to prepare your roster to make a move for a new quarterback. I think that's the idea. So if you had a pick, maybe you had like the rookie. This is kind of going to the dynasty and the rookie drafts and whatever. Like maybe you had like a top 2 or top 3 pick, and you're gonna set up yourself a running back. Maybe now you might want to pivot to a quarterback if you have Zach Wilson on that roster because it's just not working out. It's actually something that me and Drew are actually going to be doing in one of our leagues. We planned on getting Jahmyr Gibbs with the 3rd overall pick. I think now we're just going to have to settle on a quarterback because we have Zach Wilson and it's just not going to work. So you have to kind of envision that as just hold for now, kind of hope, but prepare yourself that it's a dead roster space pretty much.
Did you forget about this league? We did a $250 dynasty draft.
Yeah.
Startup as a team, as a couch family, as a group, as a unit, and we're tanking, and we have Zach Wilson.
Yep, I did not forget.
Yeah,
and I know we have 1st round picks in that league, a lot of them, early ones stacked. Too. So we do have the 1.1. I'm going to make the case when the time to make that case comes that we either take Bijan Robinson, the running back, or make some sort of trade out. But I think, the next pick that we have, if it's in a top 3 or top 4 spot, I think we just got to load up on quarterback, even though, we were kind of preparing ourselves to load up on RB this year and maybe get that one tight end receiver, whatever. But looks like we may have to pivot just a little bit, fix our mistake that became Zach Wilson.
Our quarterbacks are Drew Lock, Minshew, Tyler Huntley, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Bailey Zapp, Malik Willis, and Jimmy G. And Albert asked, do you think the Jets go after Jimmy G this offseason? I don't think they should. I think they should just stick with Mike White. I don't think Jimmy G's that great of a quarterback.
Yeah, good point.
He's a starter, but he's not a top 20 quarterback in the league. I think top 25. I'm not that high on him. Like, he can win games, he's fine, but I don't see a big difference to where you'd go out and make a move when you have Mike White. Like, I would just stick with him. So I don't think they should go get Jimmy G. That is interesting, though. We know that Jimmy G's gone next year. We know the 49ers ties with the Jets, and we see guys like Mike McDaniel, the Dolphins coach, Jets coach, former Niners defensive coordinator. They like to go and get players from their old team. We see that a lot with former Patriots coaches too, Matt Patricia, Brian Flores in Miami, and now Josh McDaniels in Las Vegas. They go and get a lot of former players from their teams. I don't think Jimmy G's worth the money.
Yeah, it's not a significant enough upgrade, like you were saying, to make that type of move. That'll be interesting for a thought, though. But
yeah, it's definitely something that could happen because a lot of these times when they sign former players, it's dumb. It's a dumb move. What the Dolphins have been doing looks very smart, and that's the first time I'm seeing that. Like, often we see these former Patriots. That was like some terrible examples. Like, just Patriots are just going for top dollar, and they just suck when they're not in a New England uniform. Like, it happens all the time. But I mean, look at Jeff Wilson, even probably Trent Sherfield. Like, there's some decent players on the Dolphins right now. I guess it depends. So it's definitely a possibility. I don't think they should, and I don't think they will.
Yeah, I would agree. Bottom line, yeah.
Anybody else's career is over already?
I mean, can I say my boy Mitch, or is that just like a
Mitch Trubisky?
I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, I mean, some people had hope for him like a few months ago, sure, but I mean, I think that Not it wasn't me. I was not amongst one of those people. So
Right. Same.
it's almost getting like my Josh Rosen haters that I had to block on Twitter. Like I'm like, you guys are still here? Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? That ship sailed. Like Mitch
Right.
Trubisky, that's so long ago.
Yeah. What
Dude.
about maybe I'm a year too early, but I mean, as a guy from Chicago, that'd be okay with me. Is Aaron Rodgers close, or what's going on over there in Green Bay?
He looks
Christian
good
Watson
to me. Aaron
looks good
Rodgers
to
looks
you?
good. It's just that I mean, who he had to throw the ball to? Just this last week, he had all his receivers healthy for the first time,
Oh,
and they
really?
cut Sammy. They cut Sammy Watkins. That's how
Mm.
desperate they were. They were dying to cut that. They're like, we don't want this guy, but we have to hold on to Sammy Watkins just in case. And so, yeah, I mean, if Devon, like, there's no doubt in my mind, if Devontae Adams was still there, he'd be putting up Aaron Rodgers numbers. Just have no doubt.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
he's working with all rookies and Randall Cobb, and yeah, it's just not like he doesn't seem that bad. I mean, Tom Brady's the one misfiring. That one seems
Yeah, more of a
a
low
lot
hanging
more
fruit there.
worrisome because
Mhm.
he's throwing the ball and it's just timing issues, miscommunication issues, some accuracy issues. It's just not hitting
Yeah,
on all cylinders.
Brady maybe actually the guy that we're looking for this category. He could be done after this season, just based on deteriorating play, and I mean, who knows? Maybe the NFC is kind of weak. I know there's a couple teams up top, 49ers, Eagles being the main ones. But I mean, let's say things break in the right direction, the ball rolls or bounces in Tampa Bay's favor. I could see Brady, get into an NFC championship game in a weak NFC, and maybe if it doesn't, like, based on how that game goes, maybe he just hangs it up after that. It was a good run, it was a good ride, but I think you're right about that. Brady has definitely showed the signs for the very first time in his career that he is, the father time thing is kind of catching up. So kind of like a Matt Ryan thing, but with Brady, it's more of an extreme because we're not really used to this type of stuff from him. But yeah, that could be another guy.
All right, for our big topic, we want to talk about Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence. Which one would you rather have in Dynasty?
So I actually have both on the same roster on two different teams.
Wow, that's
I like
pretty
them both.
good.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's
One with Mahomes
great.
and then
That's
one with Jalen.
pretty
Yeah,
dang. That's
made
pretty
some good
good. I
moves.
mean, the average person would have a guy like Zach Wilson, or like us, maybe have Trey Lance chilling on IR.
Yeah.
You got both these guys.
Oh yeah. I'm loving it. I'm
You
loving it.
haven't sold one. I've been telling people. It was really only like for 1 week, but I have told people to sell Justin Fields in Dynasty, and I still think his value is just as high when I said that about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah. I saw on Sleeper he is the QB3 this week against the Bills in a complete storm of a weather situation. Like his rushing ability just gives him that much of a high floor in fantasy, which is crazy to me. But if we're just gonna dive right into it, Fields versus Lawrence, we're talking about a quarterback, right? Who's got to pass the ball. I mean, I feel like that's where the argument's got to start here, right? Because Trevor Lawrence as a passer versus Justin Fields as a passer, not an argument. Lawrence has shown at least that he's way better. What makes this an argument is that rushing ability, right?
Yeah, big fantasy points.
Big time. So, but I will say one thing, and this is absolutely true, right? Jacksonville, better situation. Trevor Lawrence, better weapons to throw to. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Justin Fields is a bad passer. I don't know yet. We haven't seen Justin Fields with a real receiving weapon.
He
I
was
know
good in college.
he was good in college. Yep. With, again, really elite level receivers though. It's not really that realistic for an NFL team to kind of build that amazing of a receiving
Is
corps.
that
Because
program elite? Like I always hear Ohio State. Like
at receivers, yes, absolutely.
oh, so it's not like a top-notch elite program, but in certain areas it's elite.
Yeah, especially at receiver. I mean, I would say that any college athlete or high school kid who plays receiver, they probably like their goal or their dream is probably to get an offer from Ohio State. Honestly, I would say that's kind of the receiver's dream. Like they know like that's like the mecca for receivers. So obviously, an NFL team is not going to have that stacked of a group, but let's say I know the Chase Claypool transaction has not really shown itself just yet. A lot of Bears fans here in Chicago think that it's because he hasn't learned the full playbook, give him the offseason, yada, yada, yada. All I'm saying is, however it happens, if we give Justin Fields one weapon, what happens now? Does he show us he's as good of a passer as Trevor Lawrence? Can he make this debate, more of like a not I don't want to say a real debate, but right now it's kind of like Trevor Lawrence is the better passer. So I mean, I don't really consider this much of a debate. It is for fantasy, but as a quarterback, it's not. But can Justin Fields elevate with the receiver to make this a debate about who's the better quarterback now? Then that's something we should monitor and look at in the future. But we're not going to be able to tell at least for another year. That's what I'm saying. Ricky Bobby says got to go Lawrence, and as much as I love Justin Fields, he's great. First Bears quarterback to be above average pretty much ever, and he's amazing. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Justin Fields, but I mean, the what they're showing on tape, the video doesn't lie to me. Trevor Lawrence, way better passer today, and the reality is I just don't know how good of a passer Justin Fields is right now. I know what he could be, projection, kind of dream vision. That's his vision. It's not real yet.
Yeah, the answer to me is easy. Is Trevor Lawrence. Like as of right now, who's putting up more fantasy points? I would go Justin Fields, but like we've seen this story play out several times to where the rushing QB something bad happens. Um, Lamar Jackson, he was. I mean, I think Mike Vick admitted that Lamar Jackson's better than him. Mike Vick said that himself. I think. Can we get a fact check, producer? Let's get a fact checked on that. Did Mike Vick actually say that? Admit that? Regardless, I think a lot of people would have admitted that. I mean, so you got Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson, Mike Vick. Like a lot of these guys, like they don't last or something happens, or there be an injury, or they fall off, or defenses figure it out, or they don't have the weapons. Like it's pretty tough. And I'm not trying to write off Justin Fields because, like as of now, his receiving core can't possibly get any worse, too. So it's like it has to go up from here. Like the old line will probably improve even more, and the wide receivers should improve even more. Like everything should get better. So there's a lot of potential there. So I don't hate Justin Fields. I think he's great. And we saw a trade. You saw the trade. Man, oh yeah, this is not the 1 year. Okay, so this just happened in a dynasty league yesterday with a competing team. It was crazy. I made some jokes about what did I say? I put this trade in my trade calculator and my computer exploded. And then now my monitor is covered in parakeet poop. And I said, "You owe me a new computer." Kind of boomer jokes. This is the trade. I mean, pretty nuts here.
Goodness,
Oh,
what
you
the
see
heck?
it? Yeah.
I see it now. What the heck?
Okay, this is so Sko, as you know, in our other league, Sco's in our other league. So he's competing. So I believe he just made it to the semis, and he had Jalen Hurts. So he traded Jalen Hurts.
Who's
and
out? Who's out? Right?
Yeah, he's injured. Yeah,
Got
yeah,
you.
he's
So that's why he made this move.
He's ruled out this week. Probably a good chance he won't play week 17, maybe even not week 18. 18 doesn't matter to us. So yeah, Jalen Hurts is ruled out, sprained shoulder on his throwing arm. So he traded Jalen Hurts and a 2024 first rounder for Justin Fields and $100 FAB, which is irrelevant,
Nothing.
pretty
Yeah.
much. So let's just say let's leave that out to simplify the podcast languages. Jalen Hurts and a first for Justin Fields, and so he's getting Justin Fields to compete this year, which is nuts. I mean, Jalen Hurts right now is the number one quarterback in fantasy. He's young. Everything's great. So
I mean, bro, you couldn't do this. Like, first of all, Jalen Hurts is right now the more valuable asset, and the reason why is going to be because of the situation. 100%. There's no way that the Bears in the next 2 years are going to get the offensive line that the Eagles have. AJ Brown and Devonta Smith type weapons that the Eagles have. There's no way. So Jalen Hurts is just a better asset than Justin Fields. So I'm shocked that even with the injury, you weren't even able to get like Hurts for Fields straight up. And even if you got Hurts for Fields straight up, I still think like should have got more than Fields. But now we're talking you're giving up a first round pick with the better quarterback to get Justin Fields. I mean, shoot, you better win the championship this year. That's all I'm going to say about that. But 2024 first is a good player. It's a cornerstone piece, probably, in my opinion, no matter where it is, early, mid, late, doesn't matter. It's going to get you a really good player. It's going to retain a lot of value that's going to only increase as you get closer to that draft. And I mean, the bottom line is as much as I like Justin Fields, you got the worst player. You had to give up a better player and a premium pick.
look, this is not about talking about how bad this pick is. I brought this up to say how much you can possibly get for Justin Fields.
It's crazy.
It's
bro.
going to vary from league to league, but there are a lot of Justin Fields truthers. Most people like him more than I do. I
Like
don't like him
me.
as much. But there's people that like him a lot more than you. So
Yes, that's
right
true.
now you can get so much for Justin Fields. He's still an unknown. Like I recognize that this could be a bad move, but I'm saying if you can get a deal close to this, you should probably take it. Because I don't think
Really.
Jalen Hurts is an unknown. I think he's proven. I think he's great. He can beat you every which way. He's just
Sure.
an incredible player, and he's tied to these amazing receivers. He's got Goddard, he's got AJ Brown, he's got Devontae Smith. They got a great core. They got a great program there. Like they're good. They're hard to stop. As far as the Bears, like we've seen a lot of times, this franchise screw things up. Like they're kind of screwing up right now. And Justin Fields, he's rushing for 175 yards, which it's great, but like that's I mean, who would have saw that coming? Like nobody to throw to, like nothing. They're not like it's kind of a mess, and we've seen the Bears screw it up before. So if you can get a great deal, I think you take it. I think Justin Fields for Jalen Hurts straight up makes a lot of sense. If we're going back to is this a crappy trade? I think that's awesome. This guy's competing. He gets Justin Fields. He's good. He's got a young QB. So that's great. And the other guy gets Jalen Hurts, who's a proven elite dynasty asset. But yeah, to get a first round pick on top of that was absolutely nasty. I think everybody agrees with this. What do you guys think of this trade? Like, I don't think anybody's like, oh, who the guy getting Justin Fields is really
Yeah.
got the best part. Like, I don't think anybody thinks that.
Yeah.
It's weird. Oh, I got a really important question for you. Something that so this league, the buy-in is $30. And I'm just gonna be honest. Like, and I don't know if I should think like this or not, but this is just how I feel. I just don't feel like selling out to win a certain year because I don't care about the money. I'd be more motivated to do so if the prize was $1,000 or more. But in a $30 buy-in league, first place wins like I can't even know if I can find the the payouts. Oh, here we first Here, I got it. I got it. We got it. We got a doc. First place wins $240.
So not enough incentive. Incentive. I got you. I mean, that's fair.
I mean, just how I'm. That's just how I'm thinking. That's
Yeah.
just my thought process. And when we did join the high stakes league, you saw that like people they don't want to tank and stuff in that type of league. They're like,
Yeah, absolutely.
you know, I don't want to be in the hole because if you tank, you're basically saying like I'm being in the hole $1,000, and a lot of people don't want to just tie up $1,000 right now on a
Right.
fantasy website. So it's like, what do you think? I mean, like, why should it be my goal to sell out and win first place? Like, I don't get that. Like, what's the because I'm doing this for fun. I don't get
Yeah.
what's the point. Like, I do want to win, but like I am also trying to build a dynasty. So I really don't get the point of
I
trying
would
to
say
do that.
the only situation, obviously this is not high stakes type of leagues. Obviously, when you have an opportunity to win in those types of leagues, you take it, whatever, because you don't know how the season's going to go with injuries and whatever in future years. Fine. But, in this type of league, when it's, you know, um, when, shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot my train of thought, Couch. Talking about the fees, when it's only $30, when it's only a cheaper type of entry fee like that, obviously, yeah, you don't have to be that inclined to win because the fees aren't the winnings are not that incentive high of an incentive for you to get there. But also, it's if you're in a spot where your roster is kind of getting older. It's not like one of those younger, like still building types of teams. Like you were saying, I want to build a
Yeah, yeah,
dynasty.
yeah.
You know
See,
what I
my
mean?
roster's young
Right,
and good. Mahomes,
right.
Saquon, Ramondre, Damian Harris, Diggs, DPJ, Christian Watson. Like I have young, like I can keep going. Slim Reaper.
So that's definitely like an ascending, like one of those teams where you can win right now, but you can still continue to stack
I'm the
younger.
number one seed, by the way.
There you go. Right.
So I mean, I
So,
definitely can like I
and you got a
mean,
little bit of a window too. It looks like. So like
yeah, both, yeah.
if you're the number one seed though, like in a team that I have my quarterbacks are Tom Brady and Russell Wilson and no one else. I mean, I'm in trouble next year. You know what I mean? I'm
You
probably in a
might as well
situation
cash
where
out now.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Might as well cash out
Yeah.
when you know you have no future. So that was kind of the point I was trying to. I
No,
my
yeah,
fellow
definite. No,
friend
that
couldn't see.
definitely makes sense. That's so
Yeah.
obvious. It's just that I had tunnel vision because I don't have that team ever in
Right.
Dynasty. So you know what? Like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, look, it's probably gonna be over for me anyway. So I might as well go get Travis Kelsey or something right now and at least cash out,
Yep.
win a little
Exactly.
bit of cash.
He'll be
Fantasy
coming to you.
Santa. Is this our boy Dak? He always has a new name.
Has to be right. Fantasy Santa for Christmas week. I think so. He says
Yeah,
I
it's
need to hack
gotta
my
be.
dynasty bad. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. Don't worry. It's coming.
I like what is that logo? That's
Little bearded Santa. I dig
yeah,
it.
it's just kind
I
of
dig
close
it.
to my logo. How can you guys still trade now? It's in Dynasty. You can still. This is a Dynasty league. Just know when Sue Shane's on aka the Dynasty Day Trader, we're gonna be talking. At least some segments we'll be talking about Dynasty
Justin
for sure.
Fields in Dynasty.
So yeah, okay. I wanted to kind of okay. So we're talking about Justin Fields. We're talking about Trevor Lawrence and
Yeah.
talking about Dynasty. Well, look at this. Look at this. So it's like Trevor Lawrence right now. He's got this one needs like we need like to set a reminder. We need a reminder app or an alarm app or Google Calendar app to remind us once a week that the Jags traded for Calvin Ridley because I always forget. It's so crazy. I'm so tunnel vision on what I'm doing now. So the Jazz got Evan Ingram, who's looking like his best self. He's like a man who's reinvented himself. He finally, he stopped wearing all these street clothes. He's got like a fitted suit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
He's ready to go. Like this guy's like, he finally figured out male grooming, how that works. It's like
Look good, feel good,
yeah,
play good, right?
he's reinvented himself and he looks like a real football player. And we talked about, this was a great topic we talked about on a podcast, was that you hated athletic tight ends overall. Usually the ones that were basically like just receivers, athletic receivers.
Yeah.
And Evan Ingram was one of that. And we've seen for years the issue with him. I mean, he was not a football player. He was just
that's the problem. Yeah.
He was like Brashad Perryman. Like it was, he's just this garbage dude who's like fast and a mismatch, theoretically a mismatch, or in a track race a mismatch. And now he's looking complete. He's got the coach, he's got the system, he still has the athleticism, he's not dropping passes. He looks great. So he's got Evan Ingram, he's got Christian Kirk, who in a way did the same thing. And Christian Kirk was a very one-dimensional, okay, not bad, but not even good on the Cardinals. Like, he was
pretty average. Yeah.
Disappointing, a little disappointing.
I think when we saw that contract, everyone, kind of general consensus agreement was it was an overpay. It
was the worst contract ever. It looked right. Like. But look, they needed him though. Like, even if he's not catching a lot of passes, even if it's not showing up on the stat sheet, he's very important player to that offense. You got Zay Jones, another guy kind of just kept going up and up. Zay Jones was a complete joke. I thought he would have been out of the league by now, and he looks amazing. So he's got all, and we don't have to talk about ETN. We all love ETN on this podcast.
Oh yeah.
He's got ETN, and he's got the whole shebang, and really good players, and it's a fun team to watch. The team's on the incline as well. And they also got Calvin Ridley. Now the Bears, they drafted, who did they draft? Calvin Ridley's cousin?
Oh God, don't remind me.
Riley Ridley?
Yeah, I think it was Riley Ridley at like 7 overall or something.
Yeah, one of my biggest bloopers on a video where I accidentally said an adult actress's nickname.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. I'm not good with names, guys. I mean, So they got is that his brother or his cousin?
I think it's his cousin.
His cousin. Okay, so first cousin.
Probably. First cousin, yes.
Let's just leave it at that.
Can we verify this?
Maybe it's not worth verifying. He's not. I don't think he's
probably not.
He's not in the league anymore. I don't think so. I don't think this one's worth verifying.
You're right.
Yeah. Ooh. So Riley. So the Bears got, like, the Jaguars got Calvin Ridley. The Bears got Calvin Ridley's first cousin. All right. The Bears got the Jags got Evan Ingram. The Bears got Cole Kmet. Oh, they are brothers.
Oh, wow.
Oh, fact check. Oh, boy.
Okay. So we got the worst brother. Good to know.
Yeah, they got
Bears. There we go. Pain. But to your point, yeah, Cole Kmet versus Evan Ingram. We got the weird younger brother instead of the cool, older, stronger brother, Oh well.
Yeah, it's just like, it's too risky with Justin Fields. Too many things could go wrong. Like, there's probably a scenario where I would accept Justin Fields on my team, but I don't think that's going to happen. No one's going to give me Justin Fields for cheap. It's not going to happen. Yeah. Like, and even I'll say a great deal. I'm never going to get a great deal right now for Justin Fields. And that's why I'm telling people to sell him if you can get a deal close to this. Now, let's end this discussion with this. Okay, so again, guys, for those of you just tuning in my Dynasty League 2 days ago, Justin Fields was traded for Jalen Hurts and a first-round pick, 2024 first, very valuable pick. What do you think if that pick was a second? Is that still a smash?
Yes.
I'd say yes as well. As long as, I guess, you're not like dying to compete and win $1,000 and all that. Because obviously you can't start Jalen Hurts. He's hurt. Yeah, I think that's a smash as well. So, you guys, you can get deals like this. They're out there. Like, this is a real, like, this actually happened. And these are two guys who compete. Like, Scott's no joke. You see him in all our leagues. He does well. Mm-hmm. It's not a coincidence. Like, so Scott knows what he's doing. I mean, kind of, could have still been a raw deal on this, but I mean, he's not. I just want to make it clear that he is successful in all our leagues. Like he does well.
Yeah, he's not a pushover type of guy who just
Yeah,
trades
it's
trades.
yeah. He wouldn't just take a deal that like he and what's funny is he wins at a high rate of his trades. You can see if you go back to all his trades, I can't remember a trade where he lost. He wins a lot of his trades.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. He wins a
Interesting.
lot of his trades. Yeah. He always ends. That's why he's so good in our dynasty league because of all
Yeah,
the trades he made. I think he says he went from last place to first place.
that could be accurate. I don't know. That would be before I entered, but
Yeah.
I know he won last year. Is in position to win it
Yeah.
again.
So yeah. Yeah. Again, yeah. Justin Fields was traded for Jalen Hurts in the first. I think you can get a lot for Jalen Hurts. Yeah. Well, we got a third fact check in the building. Scout did go from last to first. That has in Dynasty. There's really
Impressive.
one way to really do that, and that's by trading. Like,
Yes.
let's be real. Yeah. And it was a lot of trades. So he did win all his trades. So I just want to make it clear. Yeah, I don't condone this trade. I think it's bad, but it's not like the clown. He's not like the taco of our league. He's not the guy who always
Taco,
finishes
yeah.
last and makes terrible. Like, there's a lot of those guys out there. I just wanted to make it super clear for the people that that's not this guy here. Scout with the questionable move. He's a league champ. Did he force the Dynasty League to shut down the consecutive wins?
Okay, so this is definitely Dak, by the way.
Okay, I don't know what he's talking about.
He's basically talking about the Empire League. He's saying, did he force the Empire League to shut down with consecutive back-to-back wins? He's close. He's about 2 weeks away.
We're trying our best to prevent
Stop
that
that.
because I don't know, man. I guess if it resets, why should I be that mad?
You should be mad because you have like the 101 from me.
Yeah, but
that's
there's
where the
still
competition
there's
ends.
still a good chance I'm gonna screw it up though, right? Like it's just all my hard work would go to nothing. But
Yeah, that's
we,
the only thing.
yeah, I mean I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's answer some questions. We had hopefully this guy's still here. I had a layup question. Oh, so easy to answer. I was dying to answer it for so long. Javier, are you still here? If you are,
Ooh.
type something in the chat. Say hi. Let me know you're still alive because I want to answer this so bad. This is so easy. So the question is Tua or Deshaun Watson. This is hands down the easiest question I've got all week. It's not ragging on Javier. It's just that if you guys want to put yourself in my shoes for just a second, views have gone down a little bit, then this and that always happens towards the end of the fantasy football season. But man, this past week things have gotten really stressful. Like people are DMing me, emailing me from my other email me from the other email,
Oh, you know it's
tagging
serious
me,
now.
comment. Yeah, people are coming out the woodworks. Like people are ambushing me. Like,
Gotta
oh
get that play.
man,
I feel you.
it hasn't been like this out of the whole time I've been doing the 13 years I've been doing this. Like as far as like how things have been going, like kind of, and then it just like it's crazy now. Everyone's like asking a million questions, going nuts. So it's like I just want to make that clear that and all the questions are hard because this week is the hardest week in fantasy. Like, do you start DeAndre Hopkins? What do you do about the tight ends? Like you know, like a lot of people like if you have Jalen Hurts, you're probably in the playoffs because he's the best quarterback. So it's like, and he's out. So there's a lot of question marks, a lot of bad weather. But this one's easy. We're going with Tua. If you look at the weather, 26-mile-an-hour winds, a little bit of snow that day. It's going to be an extremely low scoring game. So you got to go with Tua. Matter of fact, this Packers Dolphins game slated to be the second highest scoring game of the week. It's pretty much night and day. What do you guys say? In a vacuum?
In a vacuum.
In a vacuum, you would go Tua over Watson anyway, right? Did I use the terminology right?
That is the correct phrase.
I'm learning American phrases. They're weird, man. These American phrases are weird. I don't know the two shanks of a lamb tail. I don't know
what we're
one.
talking about now.
I don't know two. It's a very you never heard of that one?
Never heard that one.
I'll be
No.
back in two I don't know what it is.
Two shakes of a
Two shakes.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I just imagining someone getting stabbed twice and then me eating a lamb chop. You'd start 2 over Watson regardless, but then in this case, when all the other advanced things are showing this, then you like way more starting to over Watson. The weather,
I was
the
just gonna say,
shootout
yeah.
potential. You got the highest scoring game versus the lowest scoring game. It's like no brainer here.
Yeah, that alone says it. Also, I was going to mention the weather, but covered that. Big factor.
Yeah.
Big factor. Quarterbacks. Let's answer up some questions then, right?
Oh, here it is. It's 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Ah, I get it now because I mean, I guess it shakes like a dog. Like so, 2 shakes of a lamb's tail doesn't take long. So I'll be right back. Like
You know what? CeeDee Lamb is a fast receiver. I'm going to memorize it like that.
2 shake, 2. We can make this a team name, but it'll be horrible.
We can figure it out.
We need a shake. We need someone who's a shake. We already have a lamb. That's CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, we need a shaker.
So we just need a shake.
Yeah.
Waller or Freiermuth? I'm going Freiermuth. Easy choice for me.
Love it.
Again.
Love it.
Where's my page? Oh, there we go. Yeah, easy. So people are like, oh, Freiermuth put up 0. And
So
my
play
rebuttal.
Exactly.
No, my rebuttal is Trubisky was starting.
Facts.
So,
Kenny Pickett's confirmed, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
Pretty much confirmed. Coach said he's good to go and he's been practicing fully. And I think I never speak in absolutes. It's anything. I think a player just got into a car accident today. Like there's a lot that
Really?
Yeah, I think a Cowboys defender. Yeah. I mean, something like this has happened. Like it happens a lot.
Doug Martin.
R.I.P. Franco Harris. He died 2 days ago. And Ronnie Hillman passed away today of cancer.
I did hear about that one. Yeah.
Someone got into a car accident. Didn't some coach got into an accident or something? There's so many things going on right now. So I don't want to I don't want to.
Yeah.
I recommended what's his name? Cameron Dicker the kicker.
Rams kicker. Yep.
No.
Or Chargers. I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, we got so many fact checks today. This guy's doing his job. Our producer confirmed Cowboys rookie Sam Williams car accident today. Yeah.
Car accident. I think the coach you were talking about would be Mike Leach, probably with a heart attack.
No.
Some other.
Yeah, it was a car accident. I think he didn't die. I don't think.
But just
I remember Sean McVay got hit in the jaw on the sidelines. You didn't see that?
I didn't see that one. No.
Oh yeah, he got smacked hard.
I'll look that one up. Jeff Gladney. Got you.
You got so this is nuts. All right, look, here we go.
Here we go. Let's see it.
All right, guys, we have some live footage. Let's see this.
A little live react here.
Sean McVay might get put on IR after this.
Oh my God. Holy.
Man, with that helmet though, oh my God. Oh man. And those headsets. The only thing that was missing that would have made this more epic is if the Microsoft Surface somehow got hurt.
Yeah, it's flipped over.
It's pretty epic. If the Microsoft Surface broke in half and split in 2 and flew in the air, it's that was hard. Look at that. Boom.
Sean McVay. He's got 1% of my respect now. All 1% of it gained on that play.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Whew. Yeah.
The more commercials you do, the more you suck. Except if you're Patrick Mahomes. I think that's confirmed.
Tom Brady. Maybe.
I don't know. Did he ramp up he used to do he had one commercial when he was on the Patriots, and it was a mattress commercial. It was so weird.
I do remember that one.
It was so weird. Like a serial killer commercial.
Yeah, like
He's
some
like,
Russell
yes,
Wilson type
I'm a
stuff,
serial killer now, and this is all I will require: an empty mattress. Like a rich serial killer. Like what that commercial was so bad. It was so
Yeah,
dumb.
I did like the one where you had the it was like some like security company, and you had the Roger that line to secure his championship Super Bowl rings. I thought that was a good one.
I don't remember that, but yeah, he did a lot more since he went to Tampa.
Yeah, for sure. I think that theory could be right, except for you're Mahomes. You know,
Yeah.
you're right.
All right, guys, hit us up with the questions. Oh yeah, when I was talking about Dicker the kicker, I want everyone to make sure that Dustin Hopkins wasn't coming back because he's eligible to return week 16. So I want to always take into account all those like 0.1% chances something happens.
Yeah.
Because it has happened to me. And that was, I think, I don't know what week it was, but it was Doug Martin being a healthy scratch on the Buccaneers, and it was pretty intense. So a lot of things happen like that. So you just got to be prepared. Just know what's up. It's very stressful. I don't like living like this, but just know it's going to be over soon. We're at the home stretch. Ricky Bobby says, if I don't get the Browns D off waivers tonight, I'm stuck with Saints or Chargers D. Who would you roll with? I'm probably would go with the Saints. This one's kind of hard to predict. So the Chargers D, they have the upside, they have the matchup, right? They're on to their third quarterback now. The Colts are kind of, they're just taking L's left and right. They're taking constant L's. So that's a great one, but they just have no floor that you don't trust them at all. The Chargers D is always disappointed. And so if it was me, I would go with the Saints. Now, the Saints defense is not going to be that good. Some people are like, oh, Saints D is not bad. They're not going to be good this week, but it is the lowest scoring game, and the weather is so bad. Deshaun Watson has not fully gotten his groove back. So I would go with the Saints D. Chargers D to me is too risky. They're playing in a dome. So I like that the weather might be just so bad that it'll be the Saints. So hopefully you can get the Browns D though, man. Who else do I have on my rankings? We got the Niners D. We got
Bucks playing the Cardinals.
Bucks is like my top 2 defense. I said on my video today, I said, what did I say? Tops. You want to hopefully get a top 7 if you
Top
can.
5.
I know. Titans. Yeah, so it's Browns, Broncos, Titans, Bills, Ravens, Bucks, and Niners. Which I know it's going to be if it's Friday right now, it is Friday for the East Coast people. Whatever, Thursday night, Friday morning, it's going to be tough to get one of those guys. And I know it, but good luck to you.
Go get him if you can, man.
Yeah. Well, the Browns are available somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peyton Manning. I mean, he's a great actor. He's a great host. He's been in a lot of commercials. That's true. I have Butker as my kicker. Should I roll with him still, or is there another kicker you like more? No, roll with Butker. It's fine. I got him as my number 2 kicker. I'm rolling with Harrison Butker.
There's no one else available you like more. That answers your question.
Justin Tucker. Yeah. But I'm not gonna pretend like I know everything. I just tell people, try to get a top 7 kicker.
Yeah.
Graham Gano or better. So like, yeah. I mean, Harrison Butker was projected to be the best kicker last week against the Texans, and he put up 2 points. He was actually the worst. So it's like,
wow.
Yeah, you never know. It's been that kind of a year.
I see. Okay.
Well, all right, guys, we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. What percent chance does the stream team have to make the finals in Duos League? Well, congrats to you guys. You and Drew in the Duos League. Hopefully you guys make it to the championship game. I wish you guys good luck. You too, good luck. I wish everyone here good luck. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you on the next one. All right, guys. Peace out.